Jumping into the unknown, taking the unconventional path, evolving, learning, growing, taking risks. This is what our full time RV travel family, Freedom Champagne, is all about. Because if you don't take risks, you won't drink champagne. We know that when you step outside your comfort zones, that's when the big magic happens. I'm Kathleen, and I'm traveling alongside my husband Ilya, our 2-year-old daughter, and our 5-year-old German Shepherd. Travel along with us as we take on full-time RV travel as a family of 4. We've left the comforts of home behind to travel full-time in our Class A motorhome. We have prioritized adventure, freedom, and happiness over the mundane 9-to-5 grind. And so can you. Subscribe to Freedom Champagne so you too can learn how to afford full-time RV travel, how to prepare for traveling with a toddler, how to save money traveling in an RV, and the must-have accessories you'll need for RV living. We provide all the inspiration and knowledge you need to take on full-time RV travel. We showcase campground reviews and essential family travel information to have a good time on the road.
How?
Travel along with us as we take on the life of living in an RV with a toddler and our German Shepherd.
So, you're thinking about hitting the open road and you're not sure if you want to tow a car behind your motorhome. Well, then this video is for you. That's exactly what we're doing. We're traveling 6 months in Florida without a tow. And how are we doing it?
It's hard.
We're gonna show you all the tips and tricks that we've learned on the road and maybe why you can also leave home without towing a vehicle, or you might say for sure you are gonna tow a vehicle after watching this video.
It took us a real long time to make that decision to travel without a toad. In the beginning, we had 2 cars. We had my Tesla and your Nissan, your manual Nissan Qashqai.
That didn't go.
So yeah, we'll get to that.
So it's our 4-year anniversary, wedding anniversary. And it's also our last night in Ilya's Model Y because he's selling it. I've convinced him to sell his Tesla after years of begging him to let go of the 9-to-5 grind. I've finally convinced my husband. So we're going to live full-time in an RV. How do you feel about that, Ilya?
Great. Excited.
So first, I said I never will sell my Tesla. I love my Tesla. So to bring the Tesla, you cannot tow this vehicle on its back wheels or on all of its wheels. You actually have to buy a flatbed.
Which at the time was like 5,000
I think it was even more than that.
so
I think it was around 8,000 Canadian, around 6,000-7,000 US. But beside that, you will make your bus, which is already 31 feet, another 20 feet longer.
Especially because, and the Tesla's really heavy.
Yeah, it's a heavy vehicle. So I wasn't sure if I would be able to drive the bus and go to the places
State
hard.
parks everywhere, stopping and going.
Yeah, as a first-time RVers, I didn't want to take that risk, so we decided to sell the Tesla and perhaps tow the Nissan. But after driving for a little bit more with that Nissan, we decided that it's not a vehicle that we want to keep. For many reasons. It was not fun to drive. It was just slow.
Yeah.
We can say slow. So we sold both of the vehicles and decided that we're just gonna use our bikes to move around.
And so now that we've actually been on the road and we talked to everybody who is traveling with a toad, we were also worried about the gas consumption, right? Of like, is it really much more gas consumption to tow a vehicle? And the results are...
Which we learned are not really big difference, okay?
Well, yes, if you're going to bring a Tesla with you, for sure, probably. But if you have a car that's actually rolling, it just kind of...
Rolling.
It rolls with it.
Because you're already
So
heavy,
it's not
so
like
if it
extra.
starts to roll, you're already rolling, so it's just rolling behind you. So yeah, in this case...
We learned that if you don't have a heavy vehicle, towing it won't be such a big deal. You just need to always plan where you're going to be going ahead of time and make sure that you can maneuver into
Yes.
all those spots.
Which are gas stations, grocery stores.
And then make sure
Right.
that your campsite will actually allow you to park the travel trailer.
Exactly, which was another reason why we didn't want to bring the flatbed, because where would you park it after? Okay, so let's say you unloaded your vehicle and you parked it beside your camper, but where are you going to put your trailer?
The logistics, and especially it was our first time coming down to Florida as a full-time travel family. We were like, we already have enough. We travel with a toddler and a dog, so we were like, we're gonna go off without a toad. You ready? Okay, bye-bye bus. We're going on an adventure. Thing is, now we've been on the road for almost 3 months, and now that we're in the middle of nowhere at this campsite, we really wish we would have had a toad. Especially knowing everything that we know about the gas consumption and how you really need a car to get around. It would have been nice to bring probably the Nissan, especially because it's a manual. Manuals are like some of the easiest vehicles to tow, and a lot of people don't have a manual, so we had that, and we just didn't. Well, you don't know what you don't know. And a lot of people everybody we saw driving down.
95% of people will be towing a vehicle behind them.
And they're not only just towing a vehicle, they're towing like
pickup trucks.
Yeah,
big pickup trucks,
like,
Jeep Wranglers.
Yeah, the Jeeps are what is the easiest to tow. Everybody in like a lot of Jeeps. So many different Jeeps that we saw. But when it comes to deciding if you should have a toad or not, the ultimate question is asking yourself, what type of experience do you want out of your
travel?
For us, we are traveling with a dog and a toddler, so she's still naps during the day, so we can't go off for long periods of time and enjoy all these excursions anyway. Instead, we decided that when we get to a campground, we're really going to explore the area. We're going to spend the time at the pool, at the dog park.
Is this your favorite?
We cook our meals.
Yeah.
We just wanted to really immerse ourselves into it. But if you're the type of person that wants to go to every single attraction in the neighborhood and has all these plans to see everything and you want to be busy,
you need a toad.
Bring a toad.
Definitely.
Even we said, like, because we don't have those car payments, that we would like rent a car sometimes. And we have rented cars.
Yes.
But it's logistically, it can be worse than having just unhooking and bringing the bus.
Yeah. Which we do a lot, and when you really need it, it's not a problem. It's still a vehicle, and you can unhook, leave all your hookups still at the park, right? So it takes
quicker,
maybe 10-15 minutes to roll everything back in, and go on the road.
But then there's also like you have to rebalance when you get back. You have to restabilize, and plus like that means that your kitchen has been moved around, your bathroom is around, everything from your shower is on the floor. So there's a lot more of that logistic nightmare that you have to go through. But we enjoy unhooking. People think we're funny. People in our campsite definitely laugh at us, and they've offered us their cars, which is
amazing.
We're so lucky as our neighbors lent us their pickup so we could go do groceries today. So we're in a diesel. You hear that? And of course, everything inside is Fahrenheit because it's an American pickup truck. Thanks, Uncle Dave.
Didn't know you're from Daytona, born and raised.
Hey, Lulu, we're at the grocery store. In the pickup? Okay. Like, the RV community is so generous and so understanding, and they don't want us to unhook our home every single time that we have to go do groceries.
But only in this specific place I find that we actually would need a vehicle, because we didn't have so much time to plan the whole trip, and it was all like in the last minute. So I would say 90% so far of our campsites we were really fine with our bicycles, and we...
Where's your helmet? Put your helmet on. You like going on the bike?
Answer.
Mommy too.
Oh yeah, mommy put it on too.
I could go to do groceries on our bicycles, you know, it was really fine.
Yeah.
We can order Kroger online or Instacart, you know, like there's food deliveries, so we really didn't have that problem.
No. But
But,
just
yeah,
here,
here.
we're in a countryside. The roads are a little sketchy. There's nowhere to really walk our dog on the roads or drive the bikes. And
It's
like,
really narrow, and there's nothing in real close proximity to us, like no attractions and no grocery. I think the
Yeah.
closest grocery store here is about,
half an hour.
yeah.
So let's get into our tips that if you do still want to travel without a toad, follow these tips on how you can really make the most out of your vacation without a toad.
So our solution was to bring our bicycles, electric assist bicycles, to do all our errands. And so far, we have the baby seat on our bicycle. We were doing groceries with it, so we will put all the 24 bottle of waters at the back. Like, it was really, really fine. Last campsite, I was using it to go do laundry. So I would put my big laundry basket and just go to the laundry room to do laundry with the bicycle. Honestly, I don't think, like, if you plan it right and you are in a like main kind of location, central location, when there's things around you, you would not use your vehicle.
Yeah, and that goes into the second tip really is choosing your sites. If you don't have a toad, you have to do the extra planning, that extra mile to make sure that there are things around that you can access either with a bike or even public transportation. And that way you can still get around and do stuff, but you have to do that research ahead of time and make sure, and like ask the campground, because even I would like look on Google Maps and it says like, oh, there's lots of things that we can bike to. But then when you get here and you see what the roads are like, and like there's beer bottles all over the place, like it's not the culture where we are to
Yeah.
walk or bike on the streets. It's very car oriented.
Yeah.
So it's dangerous, and I wish I would have had that conversation with the owner beforehand because we don't have a toad. So we're learning. This video is perfect for exactly where we are right now, because this is the first time in our travels that we really regret not bringing a toad, and we're stuck here.
But I still think even if we would have it, it wouldn't be a thing that we will go every day and drive it every day. Like, no. It's just for convenience, and if you really want to go and explore somewhere, you would just take your car. Because again, everything in this specific campsite is really out of the reach.
It's isolated.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're in this like fishing town, marina, not
Yeah.
even a town. It's not a town. It's like some county. But like number 3 is basically like you gotta do the math. Like if you want to travel full time and want to get rid of your car expense and the insurance expense, and you want that extra money while you're traveling, then it's a great viable option to not bring a toad. If it doesn't bother you to not be able to go on the go, and like we've said before, like there's so many apps that you can use. Benny, we're gonna order some groceries because we need some food to come to us, and we don't have to even go anywhere. Can you believe this? Oh,
Or even Uber, you know?
we've used Uber, yeah.
we even used Uber in some places to go, you know, with our
when
toddler,
we were
you
in
know?
Sarasota, we got an Uber from our campsite and had to bring her car seat, and like then we went to an aquarium and we like found somewhere to like hide the car seat so we could go around. Like we said, it's just more logistical planning, but it's definitely possible. And it's cheaper.
It's much cheaper than having a vehicle, and
like we save
car
thousands
payments.
now that we don't have those car payments, and we made money from the sale of our cars. We're saving thousands of dollars every month that goes towards
paying this.
big guy. Our last tip on how you can really survive on traveling without a toad is to book sites for long periods of time. because that way you can really leave your stuff. You're saving on the campground of not having to travel as much either. And then when you're in one spot, you can like get to know your neighbors, get to know, like, there's a restaurant next door, and like we practically own shares there now because we're always there, and that's not a bad thing, you know. We got to know the owners, like.
Yeah, it's a whole different experience when you travel and you stay long term. And it's also less headache and less stress because, again, thinking about, oh, like I have to pack everything and we have to unpack everything and the baby have to sleep nap. There's so much that comes into calculation and consideration with us, with our travels. It's not just easy, you know, a single couple that just, you know.
But next year when we do this again, when we come down to Florida, we're definitely bringing a toad. We'll definitely we'll tow a vehicle. She'll be older. Maybe we'll have Grandpa come along.
Yeah, maybe.
And then you were able to do stuff. Like, even like we were in Orlando and couldn't really go to Disney because, like, how are we going to leave the dog, like, in the bus all day long and go to the attraction all day long? And she's 2 years old. So,
it's a bit different experience when you're traveling with a toddler and a dog.
But if you do want to learn more about traveling with a toddler, we have a video of everything that you need to travel with a toddler to make the most out of your family vacation.
Hey, stay tuned for the next video of us doing how to travel with a dog. And what is it to travel with a big dog or a small dog?
And that's what Freedom Champagne is all about, right? Like, we're all about taking risks, seeing what's out there. We've came such a far way from staying in our homes for the past 2 years. Like, that is like a thing of the past now. So like, even these problems of not having a toad or not, like, these are first world problems. Like, we're out here in Florida, we're not shoveling snow.
Yeah.
We're meeting great people.
And the
baby's happy.
Yeah. And we actually don't think that coming back to our house would be something that we will do.
No. Once you go forward, you never go back.
Yeah.
And so, sorry you don't have your Tesla anymore. He still talks about his Tesla.
I'll get a Tesla later.
But now he's got.
Yeah, this guy.
He's got the windows that he always wanted. He wanted the big windows on the bus. And we have all these memories as a family that, like, the cars, all that material shit, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
All that matters is.
Yeah, it's this.
Thank you for watching.
Tune up for the next videos.
And if you have any questions about getting on the road without a toad, we'd be happy to help. Because
any specifics, we'll here to help.
And we've been talking to a lot of people about this, and people talk to us. It's like, where's your car? Like, we wish this was ours, but it's our neighbor's pickup. It just looks good beside our bus.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for more. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Hey there! If you're looking for some inspiring and resourceful family RV living content, then you should definitely subscribe to our YouTube channel, Freedom Champagne. We've got lots of informational videos to help RV beginners kickstart their full-time RV travels. Travel along with us as we take on full-time family RV travel with our toddler and German Shepherd dog. Traveling full-time could be within reach for your family. Subscribe to Freedom Champagne and you'll find out how to afford full-time travel, plus get tips on traveling with a toddler, RV life hacks that will save you money, and the must-have items you'll need when living in an RV full-time. Thank you for subscribing to Freedom Champagne.